get into it.
This process is called jigging. What we're doing is lowering these large lures to the seabed. The big sambo sit right on the bottom, 110 metres of water. We then crank it up as hard as we physically can, and the big fish sit down there. Once we get it 30 metres off the bottom, just drop it back down and go again. And you think this is the tough part. I'm gonna wait till you catch a fish. May look a little bit silly, but this jigging motion just brings that knife jig up through the water column. It then sinks and shutters back down, and it just looks like a bait fish coming up off the bottom. There's a lot of sambos down there. They're all very hungry and, more importantly, very aggressive. Oh, yes! I had a hit and dropped in. Come on. Yes! Oh, there's another one. Oh, what is going on here? I've just hooked a third. I've lost 3, Lee. That's the third one. Oh!
This is pretty insane fishing when you can crank your jig off the bottom, hook one fish, drop it, wind a couple more times, and there's another one lining up straight behind it.
Lee, I think I got a bite. That was amazing. Lee had a bump. Oh, how is the drag? That's 8 kilos of drag pulling off that Stella 20,000. He's doing it easily. Had the first bite, pulled the hook. What strain a hook is. Pulled another hook. Wound 4 times. Hooked another sambo. Lee, you're weak because you only hooked one.
I only hooked one. Oh, this is seriously good fishing.
That is a lot of power, Lee. We're hooked up at the front as well. A few of the boys from Blue Water out today. They are the jigging experts, and it didn't take them long to get in on the action. Now, these fish we're targeting are called Samson fish. Very aptly named because Samson was a man from the Old Testament, the Book of Judges, and his girlfriend Delilah basically shafted him. He said, look, my hair's the thing that makes me strong. She cut his hair, the Philistines had a field day, and Samson lost his strength. These things, Lee, do you think they're aptly named?
Mate, Samson lost his strength, but these things don't.
It's all right with you. I'm going to shut up and take a breath.
One thing that will be pretty obvious to you all is the rods Paul and I and the boys up in front of us are using. They're all very short, very, very powerful. Oh, no, I've just done mine.
Oh, but that's tough because we just bought those fish 109 metres from the seabed. There's about 1 to go. The beauty is, straight back down for another one. And if you just turn your head, you'll see a little bit of action happening towards the pointy end of our boat. Leave the fish for us, boys. Come on. Western Australian Marine Research Laboratories and anglers joined forces this year in an ambitious Samson fish tagging project. Underwater cameras and hydroacoustic equipment were used to help gain some insight into the estimated fish numbers, behaviour patterns and longevity of these fantastic sports fish. Small sambos taste pretty good, but the bigger ones are definitely not dinner plate material. So scientists are trying to find out more about their survival rate in regards to depth and trauma when these magnificent fish are caught and released.
The one thing that probably doesn't convey through the camera as well is the amount of pressure that is on that reel and that whole lot of tackle, and that fish is just ripping the line off like there's no tomorrow.
That is out of control. I've got a good fish on here, Lee.
Yeah, that's a serious fish.
I just have to watch these lines at the front here. You've got to remember this too. This is a charter boat, and this boat brings people out fishing on a daily basis. There's a lot of ethics in angling. Do the right thing by everybody, take your time, and hopefully you don't get a big tangle. I think we're going to be right here. He's hooked up at the back here. That is insane. I tell you what, if you ever want to know what this feels like, and you can't get to Western Australia, tie a rope to your fence at home and start driving away. It'll give you a pretty fair indication.
Yes!
I'm going to up the ante on this just a little. Go to 10 kilos a drag, hey Lee?
Oh, I'm trying to up the ante on this one.
When I was a younger bloke, about 1996, I took up marlin fishing. And if there's ever a fish that was going to find any weakness in your fishing tackle or your angling abilities, it was a marlin off Bermagui. But these things just blow them away for sheer power, and terminal tackle gets tested just out of control. Your swivels have got to be the best, your split rings have got to be the best, your hooks have to be as strong as they physically can, because if there's a problem, the Sambos will find it.
That is a serious fish.
Holy snap, and look at the size of that! And the sad thing is, I might actually call that as my own, because mine's still a long way away. Now, I thought I was feeling a bit unwell, Lee, having hooked 5 Samsons and actually caught one, but our cameraman's not doing too good, is he?
Although, if it makes you feel any better, I'd be feeling sick if I was looking through that little viewfinder as well.
We've all been here before.
And here is my first West Australian Samson fish.
Beautiful. Hal's going to bring that fish around the back, and I'll just keep working this one up. He's not far. Yep.
Hal, you are a legend. You said to us, boys, get over here and we will show you some fishing that will blow your mind. And in the first 5 minutes of fishing, this is what we've come up with. I can't convey to you how much fun this really is.
And you know the sad thing? What? It's only a baby.
I know.
The big ones are yet to come.
One day, Lee, you'll be able to catch them as big as the locals.
Hal, can you put that fish in the deck?
I'm going to get...
And just grab this one I'm swinging around here for you, mate.
Get this hook out. We've crushed the barbs on these hooks so they just slip out easily. Fish care is the #1 thing for these boys. They've got a huge tagging program over here because they realise the value of these as recreational fish. We're going to pop these couple back in a sec.
Hang on, we need the trifecta. Hal, what are you doing there with our fish? Just pop them up there for 1 second. Samson fish. Look at that. You'd be great at the next birth of your child, mate, the way you held that. Cereoli hippos. Cereoli meaning built like a horse. Hippos, I think you might know, hippopotamus. They are huge. They are good fun. Let's put these little puppies back and catch a few more. This is just a little one. You think catching them's hard? What about letting them go? It was Henry Ford who invented this assembly line, wasn't it, Hal? The way Hal's releasing these fish is just holding them and spearing them down. Actually uses the fish's weight to push them down through the water column. They get oxygenated as they go. They're on their way down. We're going to make a quick change, and in about 5 seconds' time, you're going to see some of this.